Welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. Today we're going to be talking, well, it's sort of a story. It started, 10 years ago when we bought Gweilo, but it probably was going on before that. We've got an area beside our building that goes out onto Gweilo where all the shops are. And Chinese person after Chinese person after Chinese person wants to come and get this piece of land so they can set up a shop on Gweilo, because they'd have a storefront on Gweilo, which is a pretty expensive retail area. So about 5 years ago, there was a guy come and he put up a gate. And let me back up a little bit. You have to go through the management, which is hired to take care of the apartment complex. Well, they don't own the land; they're just employees of the complex, but they're crooked. They want to make money, and any way they can, they will. So they made a deal with this guy to come over here and you know, tear everything out of beside the place there and put up a little business. Well, that didn't go very far, because we have a lady upstairs that knows somebody in government, and so she had that all torn apart and taken down and whatever, and that was over. And that's 5 years ago. She sold her apartment here 3 weeks ago, maybe a little bit longer. About a week after that, construction started beside our house. So I'm a little bit pissed off. I go over to the management, and the big guy comes over and he looks around and brings out his phone, and like he's phoning somebody, but he didn't even hit any, like, he's an idiot. But so, and then they kept building and whatever, and being a Canadian, you know, I really can't do anything about it, because I don't know who to complain to or whatever. So was the other morning, about 3 days ago, I hear this bang, bang, bang in the morning. Okay, well, I look outside and there's 3 guys with hard hats on the roof of this building, because it's just below my balcony. And they're tearing the roof off of this. I'm thinking, what's going on? And then I look a little closer, and the front, it's like a garage door. I'll show you. I'll go out to the front and take a picture of that and put it in, or a little video. And the garage door is open, and I see Tiquin, not your local police, but like the higher echelon Chinese police. So I just see one guy out front there. That's okay. So I never thought anything else about it. And so I come down, and I'm round the corner to go into my storage room to get Sam, and there's like 15 police, and they've got billy clubs and big long bars, like to hit people with, I guess, if there's a problem. So that's okay. But they had like a crime scene tape up around, and it was, Sam was in his cage inside that crime scene tape. So I started going underneath it. Well, this big cop stands up, and I had to explain, what's my bike is in the storage room. I need it out. Well, okay, so they let me get it in, get it. So during that day, they had these guys out with cutting torches and sledgehammers, and so they tore this building down that had just been built about 2 weeks to build it up, and they tore it down in a matter of 4 hours, 5 hours. So I'm going to take you over and show you what I'm talking about here. I'll be right back. This is Sam's cage, and this is where all of the police were sitting in and around in here. And they were back in here sitting on the bikes. They were standing in the corners, and there was a whole bunch of them back here beside the building. Okay, so the one good thing that came out of this is they put cement down. So this is all just sort of bush and stuff in here. But this is what's left over. They had, as you can see, they built into the walls, and they built a roof, all of that roofing there. It was all up, and so this is all an enclosed thing. They'd even built a brick wall. As you can see, they tore this down. That brick wall went right to the top of the thing there, and you can see where the door is or was, I guess. But all of this metal, they'd spent 2 weeks building this thing, this business, and it was and there's a front door over there. So like they spent, I would imagine 50, 60, 70,000 RMB to build this thing up. And the big policemen and their construction workers came and tore it down in 4 or 5 hours, which is good. I agree with that, because it wasn't the management of the complex's place to build something here and try to rent it out. Actually, I think what they did is they had somebody that wanted to do business here build it, and then they would rent it to that person, because I don't think the complex guys would spend any money on something like this, knowing that maybe the big police would come and tear it down. As you can see on Gweilo, there's business after business, and each of these businesses rent out for between 10 and 20,000 RMB per month. So it's pretty lucrative being an owner of retail property on Gweilo. And this is the disputed area that the police tore down here the other day. This door was put on by a prospective business owner 5 years ago, and the police came along and put up a sign and took the key away from him so he couldn't open it. And the sign said, no business is going in here. You see a lot of this stuff in China where, you know, people will just take it upon themselves to take something, like parking spots in the complex. The management, the crooked management again, will rent out parking spots. But it's not, and you see, and pocket the money. You know, it's not their property. They're here when sewers back up, when, you know, there's to pick up the garbage, to have people sweep up, for the 24-hour-a-day security that we have in the building. That's what their job is. It's not to rent out parking spots and pocket the money. There are no parking spots in Gweilo. Nobody owns any of the parking spots. You should be able to park wherever you want, but they've taken it upon themselves, and then nobody complains. So, well, except for the people in our building, where if we have a car, we just park wherever we want, and we don't pay for parking, and that's just the way it was. Even when I had a car, we didn't pay for parking. So you really have to watch out in China when you get into an apartment complex and management is a little bit shady. So the way it is if they can take advantage, they will. If they can make $1, they will. If nobody complains, or if nobody says, no, you can't do that, they'll do anything that they want. It makes our complex better if we have some green space. Like the way the police left it there, it needs to be cleaned up. But somebody will come along and recycle all of that stuff. I'll guarantee you within a month, all of that stuff will be gone, because somebody will come in and say, oh, I can recycle that and get money for it. And it'll be gone. They'll see it during the day and they'll come and get it at night, is what will happen. And that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like the video, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Be nice to subscribe and share. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye now.